Oil and gas revenues have injected millions into East Timor's coffers over the past few years, but for its growing young population, job opportunities remain few and far between. The government's encouraging workers to look overseas, including at jobs in Australia, as part of Canberra's seasonal workers program. Only a handful of Timorese have so far made the trip, and Dili is pushing to expand the program to include jobs in the oil and gas sector. Stephanie March reports from Dili.
East Timor, a beautiful country with limited opportunities. These days, the country's traditional industries can't provide enough jobs for the growing population.
Now, I don't have a job now. Still now, I'm free time every day. Every time I'm send my application letter, just now it's nothing.
We have the low skills sometimes and also have the many young people in the East Timor. So difficult to find a job.
Every day, dozens of young Timorese gather here outside the Ministry of Employment and Training in the hope of finding work. They register for jobs but often leave disappointed. In a country with a young and growing population, employment, or a lack of it, has become one of the government's biggest challenges.
If you compare in Asia, the Timor-Leste is one of the countries that the unemployment number is higher than another country. So this is one of the big problems that we face.
To try to solve that problem, East Timor is looking abroad, encouraging some of its workers to go overseas to find a job. And so last year, East Timor joined Australia's seasonal worker program.
This is a very positive because they already learn something in Australia, and then they come back, they bring some knowledge and skill that they have, and they can start to do something.
East Timorese can now apply to work in the horticulture industry, and 12 of them are already participating in a 3-year trial in the hospitality sector. Aguida Araujo's husband, Saul, left for Australia 5 months ago.
With the money he sends to me, I look after my sister who is studying. I support her and pay her school fees. I also use the money to buy food and drink, and I also send some to Saul's parents. They have a small kiosk business in the rural area and they take care of our child.
It's a short-term loss for what Aguida hopes is a long-term gain.
I feel a little bit sad because I'm alone, but on the other side I'm glad because this is a good opportunity for our future, especially for our family. My plan with Saul when he returns is that we will run a hotel or restaurant because Timor is in a good position with tourism and that will develop our country.
Only 30% of East Timor's population has ongoing paid work. That's one reason why the seasonal worker program is so appealing to locals. The workers are put through a 1-month course before they're sent to Australia. They learn basic hospitality and housekeeping skills and a little bit about Australian culture. It's still early days, but the Timorese government already wants the seasonal worker program to expand. How many workers would you like to see coming from Timor to Australia every year?
I would like to ask the Australian government, on behalf of the Timor-Leste government, if have possibility 2,000 people or more than that.
The optimistic government in Dili is preparing hundreds of workers in the hope more Australian employers will join the scheme. Among them are Siliani Poani and Oscar Vicente. Despite doing hospitality training in Indonesia, 29-year-old Siliani has struggled to find work in Dili. She volunteers 6 days a week at East Timor's Visitors Centre so she can practice her English in the hope one day it will land her a job in Australia.
I want to improve my skill and also the second to manage to support my family, my family to in the area study, education.
The workers are only allowed to stay in Australia for 6 months. Then they have to return to their home country for at least 5 months before applying for more work abroad.
I'm very excited about the opportunity to work in Australia. Because Australia is an advanced country, I get some more experience in the hospitality. When I'm back from Australia, I improve my life and my family life.
There are thousands of Timorese keen to sign up to this program, but the Australian government will only issue 12,000 visas over the next 4 years, and only 1,500 of them are for the tourism sector trial. The number of workers East Timor sends to Australia also depends on demand from employers. The Australian government has recently boosted its efforts to promote the seasonal worker program to employers, but so far the take-up has been slow. For now, all prospective workers can do is wait.
We just waited for 6 months already, so we just wait. Must be patient first.